when did you first get the sex talk?
At school in like grade 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. At a Jewish day school?
Yeah. Grade 5 or 6.
Wow.
Maybe 7.
How was it?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. When my parents tried to do, I literally closed my. I can't even talk about it now. It was horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
What direction was it horrible in? Were they saying like just wrong, narrow-minded things, or was just the confronting the idea of sex at all?
Yes.
Too much for
that
you?
One, that one. Like everything that weirded me out about it, like all of the male pronouns, and I don't know. There are still things that weird me out, like ruler of the universe. Like I don't know, like those kind of things. But I think now I can separate it and like see it as spiritual, like just the funnel that spirituality has been funneled into through Judaism, through these words. Like it doesn't have to be so semantic.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it changed as you got older? Like, because you just said now it doesn't bother me as much, but it used to. When did it start bothering you, and when did it bother you less?
Yeah, I think when I started probably like thinking about it in grade 8.
Grade 8.
Probably grade
when your brain turned
maybe
on.
7 or 8.
Okay.
Maybe 6, 7, or 8. I'm trying to remember. But around bar mitzvah season.
Yeah.
So
Well,
maybe.
we need accuracy, so.
How
How did you, like, going from being reformed to being more interested, more observant, I don't know if you'd even say you're more observant, is like, there's a big demographic of people it happens to, but the ratio of us is small in the greater reformed population.
I mean, I don't know about for you, but for me it was when I moved here from Toronto. And when I lived in Toronto, which is where I grew up, I had no desire to be part of any Jewish community. I worked front desk at the JCC, and that was like the extent of my.
It was like a Jews for money situation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes. That's what we asked Martina and Micah too.
It's like a running theme on the pod, I guess. Like, are you a Jew for Jews or Jew for money?
Which we mean in a nicer way than it sounds.
Yeah. No, it's just like there's so much work to be found in the Jewish community.
True.
So much.
That it's like, especially as an artist, it's really a good side gig.
I kept saying I want to create a whole set just for shuls and Jewish schools.
We should talk. I tour synagogues as my day job.
Yes, we're talking after this because that's all I want to do is create a Shabbat set with these puppets and.
Oh my God!
I love that.
That sounds amazing.
And holidays, but Shabbat's every week, so.
Exactly.
Anyway.
So how did you get more? Would you say you're more observant?
I mean, yeah, I'm going to shul.
Yeah, that's insane.
I host Shabbats. Like what? I think it just started coming out here and wanting to. And needing and having to build a community for myself from scratch.
Yes.
And how do you feel at home in a city that you
That's one
are
thing
new
it
in?
is good for.
Yeah. Friends.
Just friends.
Yeah.
That's what Judaism is for. Money and friends. Welcome to Yenta, everybody. The podcast that's sometimes about comedy, sometimes about Judaism, and always about gossip. Today on the podcast we have Zack Binder.
Hello.
This is amazing.
Zack, I need to read your bio word for word because I just thought, first of all, it's very well written. And
thank you.
It's so good.
It's from all the festivals.
It's only been
had to
edited
do.
a million times. Yeah, okay.
Okay, Zack is an LA-based, non-binary, trans-masked ventriloquist comedian and actor. Best known for Astor Place. Yeah. You're part of the oil baron family.
Yes, the Astor. Yes, oh god, that TV show. Yeah.
Maybe Opium, whatever.
Maybe.
They did. Best known for performing with his adorable friend Ticklmeuff. Huge. His comedy has garnered over 10 million views online. Wow. And won him a Best of Fest award at Big Pine Comedy Festival 2024. That's so big.
Huge.
In 2024.
Which I want to hear about Big Pine.
Bookmarked.
Yeah.
He debuted his puppet-studded solo show, Once Upon a Breadcrumb, to a sold-out audience. That's big in LA. It's hard to get people out.
At the Elysian too, right?
No, that was at the Lyric.
Oh, right.
But nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Still
a good
great.
size.
Yes, still huge.
But still huge.
Yeah.
And it plays again on December 7th at the Elysian. On screen, you can find him recurring as Derek in season 4 of the Umbrella Academy.
Oh, you heard of it?
Wearing the outfit that
Netflix.
every trans mask dreams of.
That 3-piece suit.
Yes.
Yes.
It was
yes.
amazing.
I will say that was a very fun suit to wear.
It's a good look.
Did they
Yeah.
like fit you for it?
They
Was
did.
it like exact measurements?
It
Did you feel
was.
like a celebrity being styled for the Met Gala?
Yes.
Amazing.
And they let me keep it. So
What?
Yes. It's fitted to my body.
That's so cool.
I'm
I
like
know.
Do you
more
have you
shocked
worn
by
it?
that.
Yeah.
Anything.
It's in Toronto.
Oh,
I need
sad.
to. When am I gonna wear a suit here? It's for like event. It's for like
Every
weddings
day.
in Toronto.
Did you?
Yeah.
You
every
feel, did
every
you,
day.
I don't know. I feel like there's a million events
Walking
here.
down the street.
No,
Yeah.
Shul,
Sure.
Nefesh.
True, but people wear jean
No,
jackets.
it's really
you have
chill.
to wear.
Yeah,
I-
you
like,
look like a dweeb in a
I'm the
three-piece
most
suit at
dressed-
Nefesh.
I wear a button. To me, it's like a time to dress up. So I wear my dress shirt and no
Yeah.
one else.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
dress up too. By
I
the way.
like it.
Yeah. I saw you at Nefesh on Rosh Hashanah.
Yes, briefly. I
was
saw you.
a little bit. Oh, I got into a car accident on the way back.
No way.
After that, it was really
Are you
terrible.
kidding me? What
Someone
happened?
rear-ended me,
I've been hearing about so many car
Yes.
accidents lately.
Is your
and I
car
feel like
okay?
it
Are
was
you
God.
okay?
I'm fine.
I'm so sorry.
The thing, she wasn't insured, and I feel
Oh.
really. I know. And now I have a rental car because my car's in the shop, but
Oh God.
I just feel because I tried to do this thing where I like didn't use my phone, but I was driving. So it was actually it made me realize how dumb that was.
Wait,
so
you didn't use your
complicated.
phone. Wait, I don't
like
get it.
like I was trying I was just not going to use my phone for the whole holiday
Oh.
for the new year of Russia. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was driving, which was really dumb because I didn't have my license with me and I didn't have my phone with me.
Oh, you just-
no,
oh, you didn't
In
even
this
have it.
car
License.
accident because I keep my license in
your
my phone wallet.
Oh no.
It was so dumb. Thank
so you
God.
didn't have a license. She didn't have her insurance. You're both like, this didn't happen.
it was such a
Oh God.
whatever. But anyway, Rosh Hashanah was really nice there. Nick Kroll was there. Shout out Nick Kroll. Come on, Yenta Pod.
Where was he sitting?
He was sitting kind of like towards the left if you're facing the stage.
Okay.
He just was like just hanging there.
Wow. I mean,
was
everyone
wild.
should go there. It's the best.
Yeah, but then to be honest, I did not go back because
Oh.
I wanted something a little bit more
Shh, don't say it.
intimate. Let's put it that way.
Oh.
Yeah, it was,
Oh,
She
it
was
was
too
big.
big
It
for
was
you.
too big.
That's hilarious.
It was
How
too-
many people were there?
I don't know, like 200-300. It felt like
Compared
it was like an
to
auditorium.
E-car, that's
it was.
like
It was a huge church.
Yeah, it was a huge
Oh, yeah.
church. It felt like I was being performed at for the services rather than like the community doing the services together.
Interesting.
you know.
With the
I think this point is so good, and why it's so annoying to find Jewish community in the city, because like E-car, for example, is filled with all these people who could be good community, but you can't talk to any of them because there are 300 people there every Saturday,
Right.
and then 1,000 there on
Yom Kippur.
Yom Kippur, and like it's so much better to be in a room this size.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
And
a
have small
services
community.
here.
Ooh,
No, I'm not.
they're on their way to rabbinical school. They
Me-
don't know it yet.
I'm
Yeah.
quitting comedy and I'm being a rabbi.
Why not do both?
Yeah. Okay, so we met
Yeah.
like two-ish years ago. I think
2.5 maybe.
2.5.
Yeah.
I think just at a mic, right? I think at like Schmoozy Boozy or something.
No,
Oh, how did we meet? Did we meet through Queer Shabbat
we
first?
did,
Okay.
but I forget how we connected.
Someone put me in this Instagram group called Queer
Oh.
Shabbat, and it would just be like queers doing Shabbat, and it was at Zach's house one time.
This was at my friend Erica's
Oh,
house.
your friend Erica's house.
They were co-hosting.
Okay. And it was in like the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And Zach brought out his Parsha fan fiction. I don't remember. Do you remember the Parsha? Nah,
I
whatever.
don't.
It was
I
so
don't.
good and so funny, and it was like God kind of being a little bit like Twinkie with Moses.
Cute.
Or how would you
Moses,
describe it?
Moses is typically the sub in the scenario,
Yeah.
and God God is the dom. There's usually some kind of incestual relationship between Aaron and Moses. Just 'cause-
Sure.
just the way that it's written.
Yeah.
That's what it evokes for me.
But it sounds much more heretical than it is, I think.
Yeah.
Like it really is an ode to the story.
Oh yeah.
But it also
it's infused with the parasha of the week.
but it also is like just funny because of this dynamic that you
It's
bring
very
in.
queer, very kinky.
I think
I
that was the
wanna
first.
hear this.
Yeah, go.
Oh, I mean, I just feel like this makes sense because you can't write good fan fiction unless you deeply know and love the material.
Yes. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, that's such a good point.
True.
That's such a good point.
True.
Fan
Yeah.
fiction.
Exactly.
Fan of the
like,
Torah.
I went to a Jewish day school, so
Yeah.
to be able to, creative write about these stories,
Yeah.
that's
amazing.
It's freedom.
And then I gushed over it. I was like, "This is so good. This is amazing. You have to make this into TikToks."
Oh yeah.
But you didn't do it, which
Oh,
I
no.
get us. You did the right thing. And then I saw you at a mic, maybe, or maybe it was a show with Ticklmeuff, or a mic. No, it was a mic with Ticklmeuff.
No, I think then I saw you at a show.
Okay,
Oh, was it?
I don't know, whatever. And I was like, "This is amazing," and now you're here.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
there's
nice
more stuff.
condensed version.
That's
yeah.
my version of
Yeah.
our
Do
relationship.
you have a different version? Wait, I don't understand because when I asked you about how you met, you guys were both like, "Ooh, it's
ju-
juicy."
No, we were.
No, we
were
didn't say it's juicy.
We
were
were
just like,
fucking with you.
Yeah, yeah.
it's-
That's just our thing.
I think it's just
I'm
like
outta
when
here.
I think it's just like when you know someone in the comedy scene predominantly from comedy, but
Yeah.
you also know them in a different way. It's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's just like
I was at your
fun.
birthday party,
You
which
were.
was really nice.
You
I
were.
I caught the end of it, I would say.
Yeah,
Ticklmeuff came,
Ticklmeuff came.
and
Wow.
it was just us. Like, it was like 10 people in a room at the end of the night. Not even like 7
Yeah,
or 6, and Zach was just giving us a little show with Ticklmeuff. It was so cute. We were
That's
just
so nice.
asking them questions.
just hanging out.
I love a birthday show.
Yeah,
Listener,
well,
if
not a
you're-
show. We were just hanging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it
I
felt like a
understand,
show.
I
It was chill.
understand.
It was
But
chill.
listener, if you're lucky, maybe Ticklmeuff will
Maybe
come over after. If you don't know, explain who Ticklmeuff is.
Ticklmeuff is a Muppet puppet, orange, furry, fluffy, adorable, and wise but also naive. Yeah, an old soul
And just
and
adorable.
just adorable.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
kind of like Moshe.
Yes, this I can't.
And also like Moisha.
Oh, that's who I thought.
Listener,
Both of
we
them,
have
yeah.
Moisha here
Moisha
today.
the dog is here.
The
I don't know
dog.
if you can see him on
So
camera.
Cute.
I think he's on camera. Okay, so talk us through like you just got into all these huge festivals.
One.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was more than one.
No.
Okay, fine. One. And then you were the best of fest.
Okay.
Tell us about that. How was the festival?
The festival was great.
Yes.
The festival was great. It was a lot. I'm an introvert, so
Right.
going in, I knew that I would have to be on and social for like 4 or 5 days straight, which is great.
That seems so believable when you say that.
No, but it just takes a lot, but
Yeah.
it's so worth it. Like, I met some incredible people, a lot of comedians from LA who I'm now great friends with, which is so nice, and some really cool and nice industry people.
Yeah.
And so got to make a few connections and learned a lot from them on the panels.
Give us some of the
what'd you learn?
Drop some tips.
Okay. Well, it's funny. A lot of the great tips came from Nicole Blaine, owner
From
of
The
The
Crow. That's great.
Yeah. She just said some really cool stuff about marketing and stuff like that, which I really resonated with. First of all, she said that someone needs to hear something 9 times for it to hit advertising wise. So that is something that I've really...
Like, what are you supposed to say 9 times? Just like, come to my show?
Yeah, but saying it in different ways, like
Okay.
through reels, carousels, static posts,
Yeah.
and like in different ways.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ray's about to make 9 Instagram posts.
Yeah.
Come to my show.
Come to my
Come
show.
to my show.
Yeah.
Come on. Come to my show.
It's different poses.
Exactly. Exactly.
You've changed their life.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then she also, I tried to sign up. I couldn't do it. But Loomly, to schedule posts, basically, this is my downfall. And the reason I go through bursts of posting very frequently and posting infrequently is...
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Don't you have a social media person?
I did. I recently parted ways because I thought I could do it on my own.
Oh,
and
you're like, nope.
I'm about to have a meeting with them on Tuesday to
hire them again.
because it's a lot.
How often do you want to post?
3 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good amount.
Like how you say that like it's a diagnosis.
Yeah. You have cancer.
3 days.
3 days.
The prognosis isn't good.
It's rough.
It's a lot.
What are some other comedy tips you got? Either from panels or just, I feel like when you watch so many comedians, you like pick up ideas.
It's so true. Comedy tips.
Give us something.
Come on.
I know. I'm trying to.
Why do you think you're here? To help us.
Well, it was interesting. I mean, I don't want to say it's things that are obvious, but like
But sometimes for me at least, I find that I need to be, even if it's obvious, I need to be told it. And then once I'm told it, it like clicks more.
Would you say you need to be told it 9 times?
Yeah. In different ways. Not the same way.
Not the same.
So if I tell you
Yeah,
a
just say
tip,
it
are you
9
going to turn it
times.
into a joke? Okay. Well, there was a late night booker who was there.
Oh, don't
and
tell
on
me
the
his
panel.
name. Don't tell me his name.
I won't.
I know his name, Michael Cox.
Maybe.
He's always there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of his.
Okay, I thought you knew it. Yeah. He does the Tonight Show.
Yes.
Yeah.
His tip for submitting a tape for that is for it to be a very, very, very tight 5.
Yeah.
And that everyone in the room should be laughing. It should make everybody laugh regardless of age, gender.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It has
and
to be
everything.
applicable to more people than just Jewish queers.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
Why would we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Okay.
'Cause, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's something where I get a little stuck in my comedy. It's like this is coming from my perspective, and it's very funny, and the people within my in-group, within my demographic, like they find it hilarious, but
Yeah.
do people
Yes.
know enough about my
Right.
perspective to find it like
But
it has to be
obviously they
relatable.
do, otherwise you wouldn't have got Best of Fest.
I'm just saying in general, in
Right,
comedy
right.
writing in general.
Yes.
But
So what is your comedy philosophy? Do you have one? Like when you're like sitting down to write or perform? Is there like a angle that you're going for?
I think it depends on if it's. I'm starting to do solo stand up.
Without Ticklmeuff.
Yeah, just
Okay.
so
Yeah.
if I ever host, that I'll have some material.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it depends if I'm doing writing for that, for Ticklmeuff, or for Jill.
Oh, Jill.
Yeah. What's going on with her?
I don't know if you saw the news last week, but she's been canceled.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Nobody likes her. And, she only comes out when people request.
Mm-hmm.
And thankfully someone did. We're going to San Diego next week, Jill and I.
Wow,
Really?
Great.
Yeah.
Again.
So she just got canceled for being unlikable.
Yeah.
Not for anything that she actually...
Well.
that offensive that
Yeah.
she said.
That's kind of a refreshing
Yeah.
reason to get canceled.
So I should just get canceled then.
Watch
I
out.
guess. Yeah. Okay.
Comedy
Wow.
philosophy. I mean, I don't know if this is a philosophy, but with Ticklmeuff, I'm really interested in connecting to people's inner children and connecting in that kind of space, because when people give me feedback about how they feel after they've seen Ticklmeuff, that's kind of what they always say is like, I felt like a kid. I felt like very present watching that. Like I felt transported into presence, and like I just felt the kid in me. And I love that.
That's so sweet.
I love that.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Do you think about, I was just like watching you and Ticklmeuff versus you and Jill, and like you're playing with different comedy duos with both of them. Like you typically are kind of the voice of reason, and then the two of them are the wacky character. But I was wondering if you'd like thought of any philosophical thoughts about you and the duos.
I mean, it's taken, I'm definitely not done. I'm only just over a year into this comedy business, but I've experimented with who is the voice of reason and who is the wacky. And for Jill, I think it makes sense that she's the wacky, but with Ticklmeuff, it's a little different because yes, I'm the voice of reason in some ways because they're very naive to the world as it is, but then also they are the voice of wisdom because they are so naive to the world. And they can be the voice of reason for me. Like I'm doing a set this afternoon at a show, and it's about a crazy story where in the story I am delusional. Like I was part of a relationship and I was just very delusionally in my head about it. And Ticklmeuff is kind of, as I'm saying the story, Ticklmeuff is the voice of reason, being like, you're crazy. Do you not see that you're crazy?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Yeah.
Do you feel like, what do you think is the power dynamic between you and Ticklmeuff?
I think it's because they're not my kid, but I feel like it's that of parent and child where I'm their caregiver. I'm their guardian is how I like to put it. So that kind of thing. That's on stage.
Yeah.
But then off stage, Ticklmeuff kind of takes care of me.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, like before the show, we'll typically have a little chat and, I'll ask them how they're feeling and then they'll ask me how I'm feeling. And we'll have a little tete-a-tete.
Wow, that's so sweet.
You do a little 1, 2, 3, go.
No, but
like
maybe
a
now,
little-
maybe
yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
we'll
like
do a
those
little
energy
mantra.
games.
I'll give that a shot.
Like
yeah.
Billie Eilish does.
Yeah.
What
And
does
her
she
brother.
do?
Before a show.
What does she do?
Oh, it's a whole thing because she's now on tour without her brother. You guys know about this? Oh, she's
No.
for the first time she's touring without her brother, without her parents, and she has a band.
Wow.
And it's a whole thing. We don't have to
She's
get
lost
into
her
it.
support system.
Yeah. But she's a big girl now,
Good for her.
so she's touring alone. Okay, Zach, tell us about your how do you feel about God?
Great question.
God. I think that wow, I don't know why I wasn't expecting it to get so
That's
Come on.
Yeah, that was not a hard turn at all. That was such
Easy.
inflow.
Comedy festival. God.
Yeah.
A, B.
I mean, I could give you my whole rundown of what I think.
That's what we're
Like in
asking
the
for.
It doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, I believe that we're all souls here on earth here to learn lessons in this specific body, and we chose certain characteristics for our life, and we have to live out these lives and learn things and grow. And that coming to earth is kind of like going to school. We could learn those things up there as our higher selves, but it would take a long, long time. And doing it on earth is kind of like a quicker and more fun and much more painful way to do it. And here we are. So
I love that.
that's what I think. And we're kind of just living in this, not so much a matrix, but it is a container for souls to grow, and that we will, after this life, continue on a soul journey, whether that means reincarnating or I don't know. So yeah, I try not to take this life too seriously while, remaining part of this world. And
Yeah. How does
be
that inform
compassionate.
your comedy?
Ooh. Wow, good question.
Thanks, 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Or your creativity.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be just comedy.
Well, I think, well, first of all, I do believe my puppets to be their own people and to be alive
Yeah.
and to have their own souls. So that is interesting. And I think just all in the same vein of not taking life too seriously. I don't know. I don't know if this relates to what I literally just said, but I just think that everything is alive and life can be so boring, and we sometimes forget that there's magic in the mundane and the things around us, and that life is magic. So I think even this magic trick of ventriloquism to create an illusion is so fun for me, just for people to feel the magic that I know is there, that people, I think, forget about, especially as they get older. Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, so
Are you
good.
fist bumping me?
Sure.
Oh.
How does that impact your experience of Judaism? Because this philosophy feels like it aligns a lot with some Jewish thinking, but it might not align with every Jewish space. Like I'm thinking the language on Yom Kippur is so literal and kind of different.
Well, I actually took a screenshot of something in the book, in the prayer book. Can I read it? Because it felt so spiritual. I had to take a picture. So it was for the Amidah, the Great Prayer, and it's titled Alternative Prayers for the Amidah. And this is just the first stanza. This is my prayer to you, oh my God. Let me not swerve from my life's path. Let not my spirit wither and shrivel in its thirst for you, and lose the dew with which you sprinkled it when I was young. And every time it was a capital U, like capital Y-O-U, I just take that to mean the greater consciousness. Like, I just thought it was to lose the dew with which you sprinkled it is like to lose that magic that you had as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, as I'm on this path, don't let me lose that inner child is what, and like seeing the world through that lens. So that's, I was like, oh my God, that's in the book. Like, this could be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe these people know what they're talking about.
in this. Yeah.
They basically took that from you. That's
Yeah,
your thing.
Exactly. Maybe I'm a time
Sue them.
traveler.
Sue them.
Yeah. This, like you use the word magic, and that makes sense to me. I feel like the way you're using the word magic is how other people use other words.
Like what?
Transcendence, connection, God, Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Higher self.
Yeah. And it's reminding me
High vibrations.
high
People
vibrations.
love that.
There's
love
a
it.
book called Surprised by Joy by C.S. Lewis, who wrote Narnia, and he was like a super Christian, but he writes like the most fascinating thing, which is that he would call that magic joy. And he writes about the process of like having it and trying to have more of it, that he feels like whenever you look straight at it and run towards joy, suddenly it sort of evaporates. And that it's the kind of thing that you get to out of the corner of your eye. Like you go to a puppet show and you're like, wow, I can't believe it. I just connected to my inner child, you know? Or like you go to services that you think are going to suck, and then you're like, poetry. But that as soon as you start trying to go for it, it sort of gets mushy. And I think that like when I hear about artists saying that they're trying to make art for magic, for transcendence, it can get pretty cheesy.
Totally.
I don't know. Does that resonate with you in your art making process?
So much you don't even
Really
understand. Yeah.
Tell us more, Zach.
Oh God. So I was having a lot of trouble bringing Ticklmeuff on stage and making them funny, like making comedy.
Right, because you're so philosophical.
I guess.
We've had this conversation.
Yeah.
Because I really resonate with that too, because I feel like I have this like deep message that I want to share, but it's not funny.
Yeah.
It's and that happened, and
Yes.
you've seen that too, I'm
Yes.
sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you do?
So I was in a class and I had to create. As the class homework, I had to create a set for Ticklmeuff. I had to have something to present to the class.
Was this the class of what's her name?
With
that we
Beth
spoke about?
Lapidus.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
You
who
know her?
does? Yes, I know of her work. She
Yeah.
does the cabaret. The
Yeah.
She does on
Cabaret.
Cabaret.
Yeah.
She's incredible. She's my mentor. She's a comedic genius. She's really just helped me find myself and is helping me
Wow.
navigate. Hit her up. Yeah, she's amazing. So I had to create a set for her class, and it just kind of flowed. It just kind of flowed with Tickle, and I was like, oh wow. So I did it at a few mics. It really hit at some mics, and at another mic, it was dead silence. Dead silence. And I was like, oh, okay. And I had a show booked the day before class, and I was just gonna do my tired old Jill act, and I was like, I'm actually really excited about this Ticklmeuff thing, and it wasn't necessarily a comedy show. It was like an art show that had some puppets at the beginning, so it wasn't even comedy. I just happened to be a comedian, and I did it at this show, and the response was electric. Like, it was a huge room as well. Like, it was just like huge reactions.
Yes.
And my friend who was in the audience, who has seen all my Jill stuff, was like, that was the best thing that you've ever done. I was like, oh, okay. And that's the set that I submitted to Big Pine, and that's how I got in. So that set, the reason why we got to talking about it was because it is. I almost I don't want to do the set anymore. I think I'll only pull it out for special occasions.
Did you do that set a bunch of times at the festival just now?
Just once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's very. I don't know if it's comedy. Like, I just don't know. Like, it.
I think it is. I mean,
Did you see it?
I've seen parts of it.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've seen parts of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
That you've seen parts of it?
Yeah. Like
I don't know.
in other shows that you've done. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like you just whatever. But
I've done it at other shows.
I feel like it's kind of like a Nanette style thing. Like, you can play with the form of comedy. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be laugh, laugh, laugh.
Yeah.
It can be a deeper exploration of what it means to be alive. Laugh.
Yeah.
You know?
That's how you do it, right?
Yes.
Right? You go,
Hold
laugh.
up cards. Yeah. Exactly.
Are you getting laughs with the set?
That's the thing. Sometimes.
Oh, interesting. Did you get laughs at Big Pine?
Sometimes.
Ooh.
At that for that particular set. First of all, I did that set. There were two spots. One was indoors, air conditioning. The other was in above 100 degrees temperature.
Whoa.
Outside. So that set was done in that environment, the outside. So, it's kind of hard to gauge, but it didn't go the worst, but it wasn't. I've seen it go. I've seen the extremes on either end. So it was like definitely in the middle.
And there's also like hearing that you did it at a non-comedy event at first. I feel like there's certain kinds of comedy that hit harder
Yeah.
at non-comedy events.
Yeah.
Because people aren't.
when people have a much higher tolerance for earnestness
Ah, yes. So true.
and are also incredibly excited that you're bringing jokes.
Yes.
And that maybe it's a set for places like that,
I think you're right.
which I feel like some comedians would be like, well, if you can't do it in a comedy club,
Yeah.
you're a hack. But I completely disagree. It's
No.
like,
Have you done Ticklemuff in like a club?
No. I just did the improv, the lab. So I don't know if
That counts.
Yeah. And
That's a huge club.
yeah. And I did that set because I had some family coming and I wanted them to see what I do.
your opus.
Yes.
Yes. How did it go?
Did not go well. That is definitely not a set for a comedy club. No.
Okay.
I'm kind of dying to see the video of this.
Oh yeah, I paid for the video. Yeah, so you can see
The
it.
improv one.
Yeah.
No, the good video.
Oh, the good video.
The good
yeah.
video.
What-
Yeah.
Well, so wait. So what did you do in the indoor section of the festival? Did you do the double door, the Harry Potter one joke, the Dobby joke?
No, because that show got canceled. I was gonna do that set, but
Oh.
that show got canceled.
At the festival.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But so basically, when I applied for this festival, I had the one set with Ticklmeuff because I had been doing Jill all year. And I got into the festival, and then they booked me on 6 shows, and then they send a note to the comedians being like, by the way, just some advice, your material should be 70% different each show.
oh.
So
Wow.
I had a panic attack.
Yeah.
And then for the next 2 months, I was working on getting 5 new sets ready,
Oh my God.
which was insane. So no, I did all different sets at the show.
So wild.
Do you think
Yeah.
of your sets as sort of complete thoughts that can't be like puzzle pieced into other places? Or do you do sort of puzzle piece jokes that you can then arrange?
I'm so glad that you asked.
Great.
Because now that I'm doing solo stand-up, real stand-up, I realized why people can puzzle piece their jokes together. But no, for me, it is like a storyline in a sense. It is, it can't be, if anything, it can be split up in 5-minute chunks. Like this first half can go with that second half, and this sometimes, not for everything, but I'm like, I'm like going along in one set and I'm like, this phrase, like this sentence could actually transition really nicely into this other set. So
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't done it much with Ticklmeuff, but yeah.
What's your
love
writing
this.
process? Do you sit down at a laptop and write? Do you have like notepad? What do you do?
What's been the most effective for me is having an idea and voice recording it and then transcribing
Yeah.
and then
like that.
editing. That's how I do it.
Do you edit right away, or do you have like a day in the future where you go through a bunch of voice notes and edit all of them?
I mean, recently I've been prioritizing having at least an hour each day to write.
Wow.
Yeah, like I've scheduled it.
You whispered it like you were embarrassed of that too. Oh no.
An hour.
This doesn't seem, because I've heard people on podcasts being like, you have to write 3 hours a day.
That's insane.
But I'm like, how do you have the time?
Yeah.
No, an hour a day seems very
That is a
reasonable.
lot.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's when I've been, mind you, it's been like a few days of this. So we'll see how long it lasts.
Amazing.
But like, I'm really trying to prioritize that because I realize if you don't make it a priority, it just won't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
So I try to do it ASAP because, yeah.
Yes. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Secrets? Okay,
Dun, dun, dun,
great.
dun, 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 dun. Do you have a secret, Zach?
I do.
Oh.
Let me see from the approved list of possible secrets
Approved by who?
by me. There's really only one that I think would be fun and relevant.
Okay.
So I used to go to this ventriloquist convention.
Oh my God.
Great start.
Yes.
And one year there was this and I was like a teenager. And one year there was this young woman who was there, and the demographics of this convention are men in their 60s and above.
Wow.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. So it's a fun time.
Weird. That's not who I thought would. I thought it'd be all young, cool Gen Z kids.
Super hot.
That's what I thought. But no. So, they all went crazy for her. Or they're all like, like, who's this young one? Young legal one. And turns out they're all ogling her because there's this rumor going around that she does porn.
Oh.
With puppets.
Amazing.
Yeah. So, I was like, that's crazy. And like obviously looked it up and I was like, oh God, that's interesting.
And she does.
She
Oh,
does.
she
It's
does.
true. Oh. Like
Yeah.
OnlyFans porn or what?
I think I know, like this was a while. This
Oh.
was before OnlyFans. I think I could just look it up and find her. But it did cross my mind as a possibility. I'm like, should I do this? It must be a niche.
Absolutely.
There has to be.
There are
Yeah.
at least a couple dozen old men who would certainly
Oh
pay
my
for
God,
it.
You can get paid out bank for that.
That's what I'm
It's
saying. What am
so
I doing? Doing
Doing
open mic comedy.
You're
Like
losing money on that.
literally losing
Yeah.
money. Festival losing money. So, I'm not. I've never done it. I'm just saying it hasn't not crossed my mind.
Absolutely.
That's my secret.
Would you do puppet porn with either of your current puppets, or would you have to summon a new puppet into existence?
That's a good question.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously only Jill, but
Mm.
and Jill does do stuff on stage.
Yeah, Jill's kind
she's
of a
sexy.
freak
Yeah.
in a hot way. She'd be great online.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah.
You'd think, yeah, she would. She would.
Maybe it could help save her from cancellation.
Maybe. Maybe.
We just see she has an OnlyFans account tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jill Juggle.
Yeah.
What would her OnlyFans name be?
Ooh,
Jill's Jugs.
perfect.
Yeah.
Jill's Jugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out.
Poetry.
Patreon.com/Yenta.
Yeah.
Shout out.
I
Yeah,
do
the
have
puppet porn will be there.
Yeah, exactly.
I have an older man puppet that could also work. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, we don't have time really to talk about it. I was going to talk about like your dating life.
Oh, there's nothing to talk about.
All right, good. Wrapped up. No time wrapped up.
Do you have a secret?
I don't really have a good secret, but I have like a shitty,
I'd love to
a
hear your shitty secret.
a shitty secret, which is that, and I've been thinking about this a lot because it's really embarrassing, where I feel like I just, I identify as like a leftist, a liberal, in a lot of ways, even though I couldn't criticize the community. But I'm like, climate change bad. I want to be like a good Samaritan in the world.
Of course.
But I'm also a lazy piece of shit. So at the
Yeah.
gym, there's like, at my gym, there's when you after you use the bathroom, you can either do the like air dryer
Or murder a tree.
or murder a tree with the paper towel. And every time I'm just like, oh, it's so much faster to just do the paper towel thing.
Oh my God.
Wait, is this your secret?
I told you it was
Oh
of all my anxieties, that's not one
I
that.
told you it was a shitty
Wow.
secret.
That you were
Don't
gonna be like, so I invested in fracking. Like, so I partially own a prison.
I mean, I basically do. I'm ruining the environment.
This is
just
so
like
much
a
worse.
prison owner would.
Zach, what do you do at your semi-fancy gym?
Yeah.
Do you blow or do you wipe?
I wipe on my pants.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's even the most economic, ecologically
Green.
green. You don't waste electricity or paper.
Why do you
See,
need it when
he's
you
the
have your
best.
clothes?
When you have pants.
I don't get
I am a
it.
bad person.
Like, I get
You
it when you
are.
have a shirt or pants that you don't want to get wet or they're pleather, but
Right.
you know,
But
Or
you're
they're
at the
pleather.
gym.
which was the problem I ran into a lot.
At the gym?
No, because
I
I used
bet.
to wear pleather pants every day, but
Really?
yeah,
Incredible.
I
Let's
thought
not
I
unpack
thought so
that.
at the time. I thought so,
I don't
yeah.
want to know. I don't know enough about pleather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my shitty secret. I'm
Wow.
sorry.
That is both shittier and so much better than what I was expecting.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because it's better because it's so bad.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not my personal secret, but it's gossip that's so good.
Ooh.
Okay. There's a listener of the pod, Josh. We love you.
Oh, who's Josh?
Josh is a professor of Jewish studies. And
Shout out, Josh.
shout out, Josh.
Oh, I'm getting our patrons to shout out also as you're talking, but
Perfect.
I'm listening. Yeah.
Okay. He was playing the Last of Us video game.
Yeah.
Have you ever played this?
I know it.
Did you see The Last of Us?
I've
Show.
seen
The show?
the gay episode.
Okay,
Oh,
perfect.
so
It was too
good.
scary. I hear it's incredible, but I mean that
It's
episode was
very
incredible.
scary.
Yes.
And that episode, heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So Josh was playing the Last of Us video game, and as you get further into the game, you meet a lesbian couple. That's one of them's Jewish
In the game.
in the game,
Interesting.
and I'm sure they'll be in the next season. And in the game, they have like a little house. I am telling this secondhand because I haven't played it, but this is what he told me. They have a little house, and Josh is such a neurotic Jewish studies professor. His immediate response was, well, I have to explore this half Jewish household and see what Judaica they have.
Yeah, do they have a mezuzah?
Yes.
Where's the menorah?
Exactly.
Obviously.
Oh my god.
Isn't this incredible? Don't we love Josh just for doing this?
Yes.
Okay, so he's zooming in. They have a mezuzah.
No way.
He zooms all the way into this mezuzah, and he discovers. I wish I had a picture to show you. He discovers it has Jesus fish
No.
on it.
What the fuck is Jesus fish?
The little like fish that's sort of a line
Oh.
drawing.
I know what you're talking about, but I didn't know what it was called.
Hold on, I'll show you Jesus fish.
What a weird
Listeners, we'll show you Jesus fish.
Jesus.
It's this.
I've never seen that before in my life.
Yeah, big Christian symbol.
Okay.
And it's on the mezuzah. And he was like, what?
That's fucked up.
What's going on here? So he's so industrious. He was like, I've got to find out. So he spent months emailing
The game people.
designers, trying to get in touch with someone to be like, how did this Jesus fish mezuzah get into your game?
Yeah.
What happened? And like he like worked his connections enough to basically talk to like one of the lead game designers, who's the wrong person to talk to because he's not in charge of putting the mezuzahs
Right.
on the doorways. But he asked him, and this guy was like, oh, I didn't know that was there. So his working theory is that
After months.
after a month, his theory is that like the Messianic Jews really have the internet in a stronghold. Like when you Google Jewish stuff, HebrewForChristians.com
Oh my
will
God.
pop up pretty fast. Like there's a lot. You Google a mezuzah, and like he thinks probably a game designer Googled mezuzah, and you know
And that came up.
HebrewForChristians.com or whatever
Oh,
had
interesting.
boosted this Jesus fish mezuzah to the top of the results, and they didn't realize.
I think it was just like a guy who was like a super Christian designer
I would love that.
who was like, you want me to put a mezuzah in? Yeah, I will, with a Jesus on it.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
You
to
really
me.
showed those lesbians
Yeah.
in a zombie apocalypse. So isn't that kind of juicy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Kudos to Josh.
Yeah, seriously.
Go Josh.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Do we have
Josh
any other
killing it.
yentas from our listeners?
Of course
Well,
there's Simone,
Yes.
who's our biggest
Antonia's
fan.
sister.
My sister.
Okay.
One of my sisters. she listens to every episode and then
What about
calls me to debrief.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Shout out
amazing.
Simone. Wait, what about the other thing you texted me about your other sister?
Oh my God.
Can you say that?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so my twin sister is a high school biology teacher, and this week she told me that her students found my internet comedy presence and our podcast, which this episode is the most tame episode we've done in
Really?
months. Yeah, normally we're getting
Did you hear how
graphic
shitty my
sex
secret
details.
was?
I thought my puppet porn thing was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
We've heard worse.
Wow.
it's crazy for you.
Yeah.
In the lineage of this podcast, people get really explicit.
Wow.
I
My
know.
sister talked about her throuple.
Wow.
Patreon.com/Yenta if you want to go see that.
It's really juicy.
Yeah.
Artem and I talked very explicitly about our sex life.
Huge.
Patreon.com/Yenta.
Including describing dirty talk.
Yeah.
Improv dirty talk.
We definitely got the most graphic
Yeah, you got
out of
really
anyone.
good. It was good.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
He's freaking out.
So
Did
my
they think that it was
sister's
her?
Students, no, they knew it was her sister, but still, it's all they want to talk about.
But they're giving her shit for it.
Yeah, 'cause when-
I would too.
I
you-
would too.
When you find something out about your teacher,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Even if it's their sibling.
It's. I mean, these people are never gonna forget it.
Never.
These kids. First of all, I think we've got fans for life.
Oh, the students.
Yeah.
Shout out to Antonia's sister's students.
Look,
If
you
you're
should
listening-
keep listening because I think you're getting a good sex education from us.
sure. That's so fun. How old are they? 7?
No, they're in high school.
Oh,
They're
good,
I
good.
think they're juniors.
They still shouldn't be listening to this. It's not SNES. Not modest.
They're also getting a good Jewish education.
Yeah.
Good for
It
them.
balances out.
Yeah.
When did you first get the sex talk?
At school in grade 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. At a Jewish day school?
Yeah. Grade 5 or 6. Maybe
Wow.
7.
How was it?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. When my parents tried to do, I literally closed my. I can't even talk about it now. It was horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
What direction was it horrible in? Were they saying just wrong, narrow-minded things, or was just the confronting the idea of sex at all
yes.
too much for
that
you?
One, that one. My mom probably did it in the best possible way, but it was just so uncomfortable. I wanted to die.
Your parents did it.
Yeah, I can't remember what came first, school or my parents, but I got it at both places. Yeah. Is that?
Are you vamping because you're trying to find the list?
It's gone.
Ugh.
I'm doing next episode.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. Thank you to our patrons. Patreon.com/Yenta.
Thank you.
Zach, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being on. You're
My
amazing.
pleasure. Thank you.
Your career is only on the up, and it's
Hopefully.
skyrocketing.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I think is there anyone else that might want to join the podcast?
Maybe. I think.
Yes.
No. Who's that?
Oh my God, Moisha, you got to pay attention to this. Oh my God, those headphones. Well, listeners, we're seeing headphones come out.
Listeners,
They're small.
we are in for a treat. This is the debut of Ticklmeuff on any podcast ever. This is huge. Do you?
Wow.
Hi.
Hi, Ticklmeuff.
Hi, Ticklmeuff.
Who's that?
Who's this?
Yeah.
This is Moisha.
Hi, Noisha.
Yeah, it's a furry friend for you. I think he's never seen a furry friend like you before.
Yeah, dogs love me.
I don't know if they love you. They get a little scared of you.
Me, what's so scary?
Nothing.
Nice place.
Thanks, Ticklemuff. Do you want me to fix your headphones? They look like they're falling off.
Yes, please.
Okay. I want you to be able to hear the podcast.
Thank you.
Okay, the dog is coming to investigate. This is a real
This is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
this is
This
a
is
real
real content.
Animal Planet moment.
Hi. Moisha. Ah. Thanks, Raye. Hi. Dogs don't usually like me like this.
Oh my god.
I think he senses a
We
kindred
have a special
spirit.
connection.
Oh my god, he's wagging his tail.
Yeah. Oh, now he's done.
Okay, he's done.
Okay.
But
What
that
a
was
beautiful
really good.
meeting that was.
That was so cute. Good job, Ticklmeuff.
Thank you.
Ticklmeuff, you've never been on a podcast before. Have you listened to any podcasts?
Yes, I like listening to the Happiness Lab with Laurie Santos.
Yeah. Yeah, he loves the Happiness Lab.
What do
it's
you
a
like
great
about it?
choice.
I like that it gives you tips.
What kind of tips have you gotten from it?
Hi. The tips. I think just stay off of your cell phone.
That's a good one.
Oh wow, that's a good one. Wait, Ticklmeuff, do you have a cell phone?
Ticklemuff's distracted by the dog. Ticklemuff, you're on a podcast.
Sorry,
Pay
sorry.
attention.
Okay.
We have some serious, hard-hitting questions to ask you.
Okay. What else?
How do you feel about becoming such a star? You're really in the
Good
public eye
question.
now.
Yeah. I never asked to be an influencer.
Oh yeah.
What did you think about Montana? Did you like it there?
Montana? Who is she?
Oh, your lover?
We were in Arizona.
Arizona. What'd
Oh,
you think?
Arizona.
Oh, sorry.
It was hot.
Yeah.
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 I got really sweaty. You had to wring me out.
I see that for you. Oh, are you shy?
Yeah.
So what's it like having fame?
Fame is a two-headed beast.
What could you describe the heads?
The heads are crazy. You never know what's going to come next. One video might tank, and the next will do really good. You just never know.
Are you getting recognized yet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
On the street.
All the time?
Yep.
People asking for your autograph?
Wow. Yep.
Must be exhausting.
I can't even write.
Oh. Write your material?
No, write anything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, for an autograph.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Look at these
tough.
hands.
Oh, Ticklmeuff, are you Jewish?
Am I Jewish?
Yes.
Yes.
And Jill is Jewish.
Jill Goldstein is Jewish.
Okay, yeah.
She
I
sounds
just wanted to
Jewish.
check that out. How was your Yom Kippur?
It was hard.
Did you fast?
I did. I did.
Do you eat regularly on other
I-
days?
Of course.
Oh,
Yeah, I love pancakes and ice cream and yeah. What's so funny about that?
It's just, there's not much nutrition in that.
Oh, blueberries.
In the pancakes.
Of course.
yeah, obviously. Yeah.
oh yeah, that's pretty new.
Fruit diet.
Moisha!
Moisha likes blueberries too. Ticklmeuff, do you want to give Moisha a treat?
I could try.
Okay. There, and you just hold it over that couch, and he'll come over to you.
Moisha, look. Look.
Moisha, over there. He's so close to the treat. Oh, he got it!
Yay!
Yay!
Wow.
Good job, everybody.
Yay. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for being here, Ticklmuff.
It's been a real pleasure.
We had to listen to Zach the whole time, but we wish that you were on the pod.
I know. I'm sorry.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same?
I know that's how other people feel, so I feel bad for you.
Hey, I'm right here.
Wow, what a treat. What a treat.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zach. Thank
My
you,
pleasure.
Ticklmuff.
You're welcome.
What a beautiful.
Oh
Go,
my God.
Thank you.
Go to
Ticklmuff,
the show.
Do you have something to promote as we sign off now?
Yes, well, Ticklmuff and I will be co-starring with Jill in Once Upon a Breadcrumb December 7th, if we can all make it.
If
I
Jill
hope so.
gets out of the Elysian prison
Yes, and real prison.
and real prison.
Real prison.
Yeah.
Burn it down.
So, yes.
Sign the petition.
Sign the petition.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Justice for Jill.
Justice for Jill.